Today is Sunday, January 14th, 2018. Weekend recap, DAX 30 index. So here we are on the standard trading times of the DAX, which doesn't include the futures. On the weekly, as we can see, we had a pretty weak price action on the DAX during the course of the week, which was in direct result of the strengthening euro dollar versus the US dollar. So when that increases, it makes buying shares on European listed indices a lot more expensive on the foreign cross currency exchange. So that was, I believe, the result why we didn't get that bullish move in the DAX. So as we can see, though, the bulls did on the weekly, they did defend the moving average 5 and 10, or sorry, the moving average 10 on the DAX. So they defended that pretty well, and they've come off it. So technically, we're still bullish here. The early part of next week, we may see an attempt of further upside. Let's switch across to the daily on this. Let's see what the daily tells us. We zoom in here a bit. What I might do is I'll measure these swings, see where we've got. So currently we've got a bullish Harami Doji star. We could call that a Doji star because the body of Friday's candle is very thin, but it is green. So technically that could be signaling a possible bullish move, though a bullish Harami Doji star, the probability of them isn't very, very high. I think it's under 50%. It's probably only 40% of the time they give confirmation, so I wouldn't maybe buy too much into this. So nevertheless, still have to wait to see if we get further upside moves during Monday's session. It will possibly look like it can confirm this, and we could possibly see a test of that recent swing high of 13,402. So if we just go across to the futures chart on IG on the daily. I noted last week, I said on a time cycle count, and the Bradley Sinograph time cycle count, Wednesday was going to be a cycle low, which proved 100%. If you had followed that on Wednesday, you would have, which I did, which I took short positions on that, and upon confirmation of the price failing to break this important angle, so we had two strong confirmations of a price retracement there, which yielded some good pips on the short positions from 13,398 down to its low of 154. So we had over a couple 100-point move there, which was good. As the standard chart suggested, we could this second pin bar, or this hammer, if you want to call it that, it's not really a perfect hammer, is suggesting that the bulls, at least during the early part of the week, may want to take take this up to first target of 348, and then possibly maybe test that recent swing high. But given Wednesday we have another important Bradley Seidograph power cycle, I have a swing up here. That's incorrect. I think this will signal another swing low. And as I said before, given if the euro continues to strengthen against the US dollar, I think the moves to the upside will be limited by that, and I believe that ultimately, come Wednesday onwards, could be the swing high and tie in with this cycle for another move low. Also, I've put in these trend lines. We have an expanding pattern going on here. So if we get that, and then it breaks down, we could possibly get, depending on what the US markets do, a bigger retracement low, which may eclipse that low point on the daily there. So my recap for the DAX is I don't think there's going to be much upside next week if, and I state again, if the euro continues to strengthen against the US, it's going to really limit the upside move. And it could be another opportunity if we test this 3,426 high on this swing high of Monday the 8th of January, that could be a good entry point to go short again. And that's my call for the DAX.